Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a best of 5 between Maru and Zest from Dreamhack Last Chance. Bottom left, it is Zest, one of the best Protoss players on Earth right now. And in the top right, we have Maru, one of the best Terran players as well. Maru has the most EPT points leading into Dreamhack Last Chance, which means he is probably maybe the best player in the world right now, but we'll have to see who shows up in Katowice and takes the crown. Maybe it's going to be Maru. Maybe it's going to be Zest. Maybe it's going to be Clem or Cyril or Raynor, or I think Trap is in the military now, or else he would be a competition for sure. And just a little bit of mind games here from Maru in game 1. Oh, there we go. Let's just make sure it's a best of 5, right? Okay. So double gas and a single barracks. And Zest, not probe scouting at all. Okay, there we go. All right. So, oh, hang on a second. Just checking for proxies, as you do against Maru. Maru's proxies are very, very dangerous if you haven't seen one before. But if you're a StarCraft 2 fan, I'm pretty sure you've seen one at this point. So Cybernetics core before Nexus, just because he has no idea what Maru is doing, just being very, very safe. Reaper coming out. And... No. Okay, and a factory. Very, very safe as well. All right, man. So got a Reaper name ready to go. Again, if you want me to use your Reaper name for a Reaper, just leave it in the comments. Just put Reaper name and their name. And then a backstory if you want, but it's not required. Just kind of fun to write if you're into that sort of thing. And are you going to do... Oh, Bunker? Bunker, Maru? Yeah, Bunker. Yes, I do like PvT for this reason. We get this more often than not. This Reaper's name is Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is a happy old bear who is addicted to bee paste. One day, he took a photo with his friend Tiger. Problem, this photo was compared with a similar photo of Emperor Mengsk and Nova in Raging in the Empire, who sent the bear on a research project to see if Zerg produce honey. Reference, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Come on, finish. No, it doesn't finish. The Adept comes out. All right, man. Well, Winnie the Pooh here, that's, I mean, again, not a reference to anything at all. Gets 2 probe kills, not too shabby. Might get a third one here, but ooh, one more shot from that Adept, and I think, oh, juking back, juking back, juking back. Can he make this corner? Absolutely, just barely. And then cruising out there with the combat shield, healing him up. So 2 probe kills, not too bad. Getting a bunker back here, which I'm kind of... Man, if I'm Maru, I want to get an SCV back here and try to finish that thing. That'd be hilarious. But nah, not sending an SCV across for that reason at all. All of his SCVs are working. Over here, command center on the way. Nexus coming. Oh, actually done for Zest, obviously. I saw that. Yep, and Widow Mine. Interesting place for a Widow Mine there. Perhaps he knows Zest's tendencies for oracles, because there's an oracle on the way. And he knows the oracle likes to come into this area on this map. So we'll have to see. Yeah, Reaper, oh my gosh, still alive here. But oracle kills him. And guess what? We have an oracle name too. This oracle's name is eBay Laser. It's a totally safe device sold on eBay and does not violate government regulations. It will not leave you with permanent blindness. Its intended use is PowerPoint presentations and playing with cats. All right, so Oracle cruising out. eBay Laser just took down our Reaper Winnie the Pooh. Oracle cruises in. There's enough Marines to handle this, sure. An SCV dies, but that's going to be it. If you have 5 Marines, that's about the perfect number to do with an Oracle. Also, Viking cruising out. Widow Mine not connecting with Oracle because it hasn't come around that area yet. Maybe Zest knows what Maru knows, and this is just a back and forth mind game we're seeing right now. So Maru's second base of land substantially later than Zest. Look at this. It's 39 to 27 workers. Zest has a massive advantage. However, mules are a thing. And once those start getting called down with double or I guess possibly triple orbital commands, it's going to be a better time for Maru economically for sure. Team Envy on that one. Oh, Viking actually lands and tries to get a kill, which is okay. Interesting stuff here. Going to cruise on out. Stalker gets a hit off. That's about it. Shot returned onto the Oracle. Shield battery will heal that up No problemo. And overall, again, these two players are pretty evenly matched. But again, I do like that Zest's second base is so early. His economy is amazing. His third base is warping in. Whereas Maru, he's not anywhere near starting a third base. He doesn't have the money for it at all. But here is the power of the Widowmine drop. Will the Widowmine drop be enough to kill all of Zest's probes and put Maru back on economic footing that he's more comfortable with? Let's find out. The medevac does end up scouting the presence of the third, which is cool. And then there's absolutely nothing to stop this except for Zest map awareness. Bam. And okay. So one probe killed. The other one unburrows. Oh, so smart. So smart to unburrow. And then sacking another probe. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, a little bit of some Stalker Oracle Adept push at the front here. There's a bunker and a siege tank and another tank in the main and a Raven back there too. We're going to try to blink up. Wait. We got blink. All right, here comes Zest, ladies and gentlemen. Blinking up into the main base. Can he blink on top of the tanks? Yes, but once this is not on cooldown anymore. Killing some SCVs. Maybe going after this refinery because why not? SCVs are dying. Dude, this is a brutal attack from Zest. It has killed many a Terran player. Meanwhile, Widowmine connection on the other side. That Widowmine's got 7 kills now. Maru is not worrying about it, man. He's getting damage done while losing SCVs. He's keeping it even. He's keeping it real. It is 37 to 44 workers. Maru not as far behind as he was before. Anyone have any upgrades? Absolutely not. No attack upgrades, no armor upgrades yet. Although +1 attack and stim is getting researched by Maru right about now. And okay, Stinkers, they just block down. Stalkers blink down. I think I said the linkers or something. For a combination of Stalkers and blink. Yo! My command of the English language is what it is. Dark Shrine coming in. Is this a when behind Dark Shrine play from Zest? I don't think so. He's got a third base rolling. He's got a better economy. See, then Mules push it up into the red from time to time, etc., etc. But Blink Stalker is pretty good. I mean, unless tanks are hitting you in the face. And there's 3 siege tanks, and an anti-armor missile is probably in the future for some of y'all Stalkers if you want to keep this push rolling. Revelation from the Oracle, Winnie the Pooh. Still just, just getting some information here. And there's nothing you can do about this is the problem. Terrans have a similar amount of scouting available to them that can't be denied. But also, it doesn't last for nearly as long as this does, that's for sure. It's 40 seconds. It is 40 seconds for a Revelation before it goes down. Ridiculous. Terran fans everywhere complaining about Revelation, that's for sure. Zest just casually throwing up a 4th base here in game 1. No biggie. Army values 56 to 27, though. So this is one of those games where Maru is just going to go for some kind of crazy 2-base attack. Sure, he's got a 3rd base coming in. He's going to win with it, or he's going to lose it, and then be so behind economically, he's not really going to be able to do anything else. Winning would be Zest throwing up a proxy gateway. Soon to be a warp gate up this direction, and here come the Dark Templar. It's a slow warp in, so they're going to be blinking, pushing. They're just going to, take their time getting in. All right, DT's cruising over here. Orbital energy is not looking particularly hot, although there is enough energy for 1 scan. Adept comes in to check things out, get some work done. Maru, again, 78 to 41 army supply, and there's no splash. Dude, this game 1 is insanity. Insane. So DT is going to town on SCVs. Maru says, I don't care. You don't have any splash damage at all. You have no Colossus. You have no Disruptors. You don't have Storm. You're just looking... You're trying to Guardian Shield Battery, Shield Battery overcharge your way out of this. I don't know, man. This is Stim. This is +1 attack. This is Sparta. With a bunch of medevacs in here, too. DT just, going to town. Okay, finally Scan shows up. 11 kills. 15 SCVs have died, but is there enough to actually kill Auto Turret? Getting some extra damage done. Pulling back the Zealot Warpin's not enough. No more Shield Battery. It's 73 to 23 armor supply. I think Maru has done it, ladies and gentlemen. Probes on full retreat, trying to warp in more DTs to try to handle this. They get the pylon and they cancel the warp in. No! No way. That was Maru right on time. Absolutely disgusting play from him. And by golly, is this it? It's 64 to 16 armor supply. Of course that's it. Zest has 4 bases. Maru's technically only got 2. But his army is so much bigger. He took the gamble. that we knew he was going to take. Can I kill Zest off of my 2 bases? And so far, the answer seems to be yes, but Zest is like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to GG out, but it does not look very good at all for the Protoss player here. If you don't have splash damage against Maru's Marine Marauder, nah, man, it's not going to work out. Zest is acting like this is a game 7 or something, dude. He is standing in here, and he is fighting hard, but Maru knows. Maru knows he's got this thing taken care of. There's a DT in the mix, killing some stuff. Yeah, Marines and Marauders are dying, but reinforcements are coming all over the place. Scan DT down. Siege tank stays alive with 3 total kills. Zest, honestly, man, game 1. Let's just go into game 2 now. Like, I believe in you, and there's your GG. I mean, he knew as well as I did what the situation was, and it wasn't good. So game 1 does go to Maru here, an absolutely disgustingly strong 2-base attack. I guess he had 3 orbitals, but, you know, he was only mining from 2 bases, so we'll call it a 2-base style attack. But resources lost here, 10,000 from Zest and 6,900 from Maru. Nice. 21 SCVs died, 28 probes died. Economy was fine for Zest. He still had his 4 bases. He still had an economic lead in probe count. But you know what? What he didn't have was army at all. End of the game here, he had a Stalker and a Dark Templar, and they're here somewhere. Here's your Stalker. GT somewhere else? I don't know, man. So GG. GG for game 1. Let's move into game number 2. See if Zest can hang on, or if Maru's going to take a quick 2-0 in this best of 5, which would be a tough place to come back from, but we're not there yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Game 1 is done. Game 2 now. Game 2 is here on Curious Minds. Top left, it is Zest. Bottom right, Maru. Ah, that was a good game 1. I do like TVP. I should probably cast more of it, but it's very hard to find a long macro game in this matchup, as you probably know. TVPs are probably the shortest matchup other than ZVZ in all of StarCraft 2, right? PVZ, ZVT, TVT, PvP. Oh, yeah. PvP can be pretty short, though, too. PvPs can be like, I had 1 more Stalker than you did. Die. Or like, I'm in Immortals and you failed to die. That's usually how that works. Long PvPs are pretty fun. You get Disruptor Tennis sometimes. Maru, again, doing just the fake out proxy barracks in a weird location that's not over here at all. It's closer to Maru's base. I guess it's not just a fake out, though, because Reaper distance is shorter, too. So the Reaper shows up earlier. Not that I guess it did help a little bit for Reaper number 1 back in the last game, right? Because it allowed the Reaper to get 2 kills instead of the traditional 0 that Reapers usually get in this matchup. I like it. I like it a lot. And plus, if the probe does come over early enough, he's going to see a complete lack of barracks in the main base and be panicked. And maybe send another probe out off the line to check to see if there's, you know, barracks here. Or if there's barracks here. And, oh, no way. Oh, no way. What is this? Zest. Zest. What are you doing, Zest? Well, Cybercore coming in from Zest. So just, okay. Nothing fancy. I thought he was going to throw up a pylon there or something, but boo. Comes in for the scout, sees, oh, a factory, which means there's a barracks somewhere, and yeah. SCV checking to see if there's an expansion. No. Reaper almost done. Oh, and an NG Bay block. Beautiful NG Bay block here from Maru. So probe doing some harassment. Very, very standard stuff. Reaper's going to come back and deal with said probe that I mentioned. And this Reaper's name is Hyper One. This Reaper had a penchant for using tactical nukes on the StarCraft 2 ladder. One day, the U.S. government, found his nuclear weapon stockpile and decided it was too dangerous to stay. So they stuffed him in a pod and chucked him into space. The space pod inadvertently found a wormhole and he ended up on Core Hall, where Hyper One was promptly recruited and abducted into the Reaper program. Hey, Hyper One, we know that name. We know that name. He's a patron of the channel. He submits replays all the time. He gets cast in Mid-Rank Madness and just Patreon games too. So this is some cool stuff. Where is our thing to deal with this? The Reaper's like, wait, why is nothing killing me? I guess I'll scout around. I would go after some of those probes, I guess. But, you know, there's a shield battery, so that actually delays it. Delays the attack ability quite nice. Whoa! Stalker Zealot combo. That's where they were. Widow Mine. Beautiful Widow Mine. There. Now try to get through my wall, you jerks. Meanwhile, Reaper's like, do I need to go back home to defend? I do not need to go back home when we defend. All right, man. So, hard to call on this one. Zest is getting an expansion, and Maru is not. So is this a repeat of Game 1 on a smaller scale? Nah, the Maru does have a second base here inside of the main base that's coming up. Reaper Hyper 1 still trying to just chill, man. Just chilling. He's alive at 3 minutes into this game. Way to go, Hyper 1. I say that, and then he moves out. He moves out and gets hit immediately by a Stalker and an Adept, and it's like, I was safe in my corner. It's going to be Blink. Cool. It's going to be a robotics facility. Cool. Good. Did the Reaper see the Robo? Oh, the Reaper saw the Robo. Disgusting. And then traditional Widowmine drop. Well, not really traditional as far as the 2 medevac play, but this is, something you see quite a bit if you're Protoss on the ladder, and if people like to play like Maru, which they certainly do. Another Raven coming in, liking that from Maru. I just wish we saw more Raven play in StarCraft, but it's pretty common in TVT, and I guess TVP is not a bad place for it, and I guess not really as much against Zerg is the larger problem for Ravens and not seeing them as much, and I do cast a lot of ZVT. Stalkers are ready for it, though, man. And they don't have Blink yet, but killing the medevac would be nice. Widowmine. Sex. Oh, 2 probes. That's not quite a sack. You want 1 probe at most. God, there's no detection available. Okay, got one of them. And the other one. There you go. Okay, so both of those are taken care of. I don't know, man. A dead medevac and 2. Actually, the medevac's alive because it's limping home on all of 14 HP. All right, cool. So, I don't know. 3 probes down for 2 Widowmines. Maybe not the greatest trades you've ever seen in your whole life from Maru, but against somebody as good as Zest is, yeah, gonna be a thing. So tanks out, Marines out, really pretty much standard stuff. Maru not changing too much from what he's up to compared to game number 1. Additional barracks, this 2 base army value is already starting to increase. He's at 27 to 17. Once again, Zest is trying to make this Blink stuff work. But there's siege tanks here, man. There's Marines. There's a bunker that's going to be done at the front. You can't just jump on the bunker because of the siege tanks. So yeah, Maru is kind of just countering exactly what Zest is trying to do here. It very much reminds me of game number 1. I mean, not entirely so, but... what is going on, man? What is going on? Yeah, I think Zest, maybe teching into Splash. There you go. Robotics Bay is on the way. Okay. It's like teching into Splash would be a fantastic idea. Support this wholeheartedly. Also making an Immortals not bad. Getting charged faster, too. While still getting a 3rd base, but not quite as fast as he did in the last game. So I like it. I like him adjusting a little bit here, trying to see what's what. And our Colossus are on the way with extended thermal lance. Or we're going to get 3 Colossus. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. I guess we'll find out, won't we? All right, so Marines, Marauder, Siege Tanks going to be dealing with a Stalker Colossus-style army here. And Zest is going to be like, thank goodness at least I have Colossus at some point. Because without that splash damage, it went very poorly for me in game number 1, and I did not like it at all. That said, Maru has some very ill intent as he's making this attempt. Yes? You can classify it as ill intent indeed. Okay, alright. Picking off individual units here. It takes some very strong control to pull that off. Another similar story again. Top right, hiding away. Another warp gate, proxied. Colossus. Oh, there's 3 siege tanks, though. Maru doesn't want to kill these because he does want the Protoss to come through this choke. But at the same time, well, I was going to say going through the choke is hard, but nah, Zest just let him do it. All right. 3rd base of Zest is gonna die right now. Yeah, goodbye. I don't think you can try to save it. Tanks are firing away. It turns out, sure, Colossus are pretty good against large Marine balls, but not as good against multiple siege tanks in siege mode. 2 Colossus out, extend the thermal lance is 3 seconds from completing. No interference matrix gonna disable the Colossus. They can't even fire back as they're running away, and they get targeted and they die. And GG, Maru wins game number 2. Wow, dude, this game sometimes is a game of absolute the smallest amount of time. Seconds here. That was He almost had 2 Extended Thermal Lance Colossus to play with, and instead they get Interference Matrixed. Their upgrade finishes, they never fire a laser because they've been disabled that way. And that's it. Beautiful target firing for Maru. He chases the Colossus down, doesn't worry about losing Marines and Marauders. If the Colossus are dead, Zest is dead, and ta-da. That's exactly what happened. Again, a killer economic loss here. 2,300 resources lost from Zest and only 600 for Maru. That's 3 times. That's 4 times. 4 times as many losses for Zest here today. 2 Colossus are very expensive. Only 4 Marines, a Reaper, 3 SCVs. I mean, Maru is looking good here. Again, most EPT points in 2021. So game 3, Zest fans, hold heart, be strong. We'll see how this goes. But not looking too hot for your hero. It's just one more map for Maru to win this whole thing. Zest needs to win 3 in a row. Will he do it? Stick with it. We'll be back with that one. Game number 3 is on Glittering Ashes. Top right, Maru. Bottom left, Zest. Quick plug for the Falcon Paladin Hour. It is a weekly podcast featuring myself and Somicron, broadcast live at twitch.tv/Somicron, SOMICRON. If you're interested in my thoughts about Marvel stuff and Star Wars stuff and books and other anime and things like that, check it out on your podcast app. We're pretty behind on the podcast stuff, but the VODs are available if you just search Falcon Paladin Hour on the YouTube. All right? Same platform you're on. And FalconPaladin.store for all of your merch needs. I know it's a weird URL, but that's it. FalconPaladin.store. Ta-da. Man, Maru really loves this build. It's just like, I'm going to be sneaky. My Reaper has to run a shorter distance to get over the Protoss side of thing and start killing stuff. It's great. Who'd want to do anything different, says Maru. Also, I'm up to 0. Why change things now? Fair argument, man. There's your double gas. I mean, this is really feeling just like a repeat of the first 2 games, which does not bode well for Zest. If Zest can pull it off. Let's see if he can do this, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. Probe says, yeah, same thing we saw in game 1 and game 2. I wish it was different, but it's not. On the other side, well, Cybercore, cool. So not going for a 1-gate expand, very dangerous to pull off against somebody as strong as Maru is. Zest now going for the expansion after he has the ability, well, almost the ability to make adepts and stalkers and important stuff. Anyway, delaying construction on that factory just a little bit. Man, this is... Wow. Maru has a build, and he loves this build. He has this build, like, written down step by step and, like, taped to his wall. Like, he had a poster made. So this Reaper's name is Adam. He's from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, which, true for the comics, not for the MCU. Remember when they teased Adam in Guardians of the Galaxy? I think the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And that was, I mean, several years ago now. And just, they've never really gone back to it. So, interesting tease from them. I don't know when we're going to possibly see Adam from in the MCU, but they could just abandon it entirely. Oh, the bunker finishes? Sometimes they do that. So the bunker's finished. This probe can't do as much mischief as a Reaper and a bunker can at this stage of the game. Plop, 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 plop. SCV's got 3 HP. He's like, I will repair you to the end of my life. By that I mean, get in the bunker, Shinji. All right, so once the SCV dies, the Reaper has to get out of there. Some harassment. Tiny, tiny bits of harassment there. Second CC on the way for Maru again inside the main. He's worried about some of this little, you know, stalker zealot aggression, which can be an issue. Reaper. Reaper hop-up spot is blocked by these positions. Excellent, of course. Adam, still alive. Man, it's good to be a Reaper when you're under control by Maru. Right? Certainly is. Anyway, it's an Oracle too. So hey, we've got another Oracle Reaper pairing. We're going to get through a ton of Reaper and Oracle names today. That's fun. Oracle names are definitely the same thing. Same thing as far as submitting them, right? Oh, interesting. Stalkers are like, how about you not do the exact same thing you did in the last game and wouldn't mind drop me at the exact same time. I'm ready for you. I'm watching you. Alright, little Stalker Zealot attack. He's like, hey, if your Widow Mines want to be somewhere else, I'll attack your front, force you to get some SCVs off the line to repair. Cool stuff. And, oh, Cyclone, so good there, too. Reaper. Oh, man, this is just a scouting Reaper who knows he's going to die. Adam, be strong. Be strong. Ugh. Ugh. Never mind, Adam is now dead. Widowmine shenanigans being handled with all the grace of a standard Protoss player. Ah, 3 probes down. Pick it up. Oh, he saves it too. Come on, Maru. Maru, ridiculousness. Absolute ridiculousness here. So, there's an Oracle out, right? Yeah, Oracle's right here. This Oracle, which is fleeing now, is named NFT. Protoss learned that humans once literally nearly drove themselves extinct with weird monkey images. They took all the servers with all the NFT artwork ever made, meaning all NFTs now point to nothing. The Protoss were going to use the NFTs to power the ultimate anti-Terran weapon, only to find out the NFTs sucked away half of their planet's power output and were stuffed into oracles instead. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! There will not be Falcon Paladin NFTs. That's my official statement on the fact. Alright, so double Oracle, huh? What is a Cyclone, which is pretty good against Oracles, and the Marines are good against Oracles too. SCVs. Okay, 3 SCVs die. Oh, the Viking. The Viking combination here, though. Oh, right. So both Oracles are now dead. They did not pay for themselves at all. At all. Resources lost again, favoring Maru. That said, not as bad as Game 2. 1,200 to 1,600 resources. Third base from Zest again. He's just like, look, man, I gotta have a third base. I can't beat Maru if it's a 2-base versus a 2-base style thing, and that's true. So getting the third base is, here's a thing. Bum bum boom. Ba-da-ba-da-dum bum bum. Ba-da-ba-da-dum bum bum. I mean, look, we know what Maru's gonna do here, right? He's doing the exact same things he's done in Games 1 and Game 2. And Zest, he's doing the same. Like, the definition of insanity stuff here, man. He's going for another Blink Stalker style attack. Maru's like, cool, I have tanks again. I have 3 of them and good places, good locations to deal with this stuff. And there's another gateway going to be set up here. Are these... I know this is Dreamhack Last Chance. I don't understand, like, why Zest is doing the same stuff when he's down. He needs to switch this thing up. It's just how I feel about it. I mean, I could be absolutely wrong. What's your splash damage? Tell me it's another DT blink. Blink DT style shenanigans. And okay, so your gateway's up here. Oh, and one over here. Okay, so we've changed it up moderately. Zest has got 2 proxy gateways instead of 1 this time. He still doesn't have any splash damage at all against Tank Marine. He's not blinking on top of siege tanks and killing them. He's not reducing that count whatsoever, which you kind of have to do. That dates back to the Brood War days, is how important it is to keep tank count low as a Protoss. I mean, not as important, because you have more answers to tanks in StarCraft 2 than you do in StarCraft, or in StarCraft 1. But, alright, I mean, yeah. Once you stand into there and fight, Maru's like, bring it. I'll stim forward right onto your face. Thanks for asking. So, we're going to get some DTs warping in here. After the upgrade, obviously, to the warp gate. And, there it is. Wow, okay, a bunch of zealots. Charge lots, actually. And, okay, are we just... Alright, we're just going, man. I know Maru's on the other side of the map. I don't care. We're going to base race this sucker. That's what we're going to do different in this game. So we've got, oh my gosh, a lot of DTs and zealots and stuff here. Never base race a Terran. Ow. Ow. Alright, Marines. Siege tanks. DT Blink is getting researched. SCV count is abysmal. So if you're going to base race a Terran, what you need to do is make sure that the buildings that can float are dying. Because if the buildings that can float are floating away from you and you don't have the ability to kill them, it can be really bad. Maru's like, quick 3-0, man. This is it. We're going to quick 3-0 this thing and get home in time for supper. I don't know. They play these things early, right? In time for lunch. Yeah, I mean, definitely focus on this here floating building. It will cause you a lot of headaches on the other side. Dude, this Viking's got 17 kills down here. That's amazing. Just lands a Viking in the third base, kills everything. The damage output is higher from Maru. He just has more stuff. Well, he doesn't technically have more army value, but the Stim, Marine and Marauders do tons of damage output. More than Stalkers do, actually. I'm not sure if it's more than Zealots, but at least it's ranged and it can hit air stuff. So, dude, are you serious right now? Game 3 is a absolute base race? That's incredible. Maru doesn't have anything left. He's got 3 barracks, a starport, and a factory. This is burning down. And goes, I mean, these are going to the corners. That's exactly what they are supposed to do in a base rate. Zest, how do you win this thing? Can he pop? Oh, look, Chrono Boost lasts forever if you depower. No, it doesn't. Why did he Chrono Boost those? If he had a Phoenix, that'd be awesome. He doesn't, though. Okay, factory burns down and dies. Nice. Oh, he finds this fac. It's going to die. But there's still a refinery, and there is still this barracks, which is not burning down, and Zest can't get it. But he does have enough to rebuild a new base. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. He had enough money to rebuild a new Nexus because of his third base that was mining for just a couple minutes. Just a couple minutes, allowing him to build a new base. So if Maru can find this and kill it... Oh, this game is a good one. All of a sudden, I was not expecting it to turn into this. But Zest going for it, man. He's like, I can't go down 3-0. That's embarrassing. So we're gonna try to win this thing and stay in the match. Stay in the series. Heck yeah. He doesn't know about this. But he's sure looking for it, and he's sure heading that direction now. But shield batteries, Archons, Zealots, Zest's army supply is big, and he has a ton of charge lots, man. He's got 15 charge lots. Like, hold position. Hold. Do not get baited. Do not get baited. Maru can't let... Oh, anti-armor missile gets tossed down. He goes for it. Zest decides the choke is worth engaging into. The Blink Stalkers from the backside, and I think Zest has cleaned it up. Wow. There's still a tank here, though. Hold on. Anything is possible. There's still a tank here. Army value is 18 to 16. Maru actually won that engagement as far as army value numbers are concerned, and bam, that's it. Maru taps out. Zest is your winner in all of 12 minutes and 5 seconds. Ay caramba. That was great. I like that Zest like, I don't like where this is going. We're going to change it by doing a base race and beat a Terran. But only because he had enough money to make another Nexus, which Maru found, but he defended with enough Zealots and Archons and Stalkers to win the game. Killer match. All right. Next up is going to be game... Oh, let's give him a 1 down there. Next up, game 4. Can Zest force the game 5? I don't know. Stick with it. We will find out together. Hit that like button. Game number 4 here on Berlingrad. Top left, Maru. Bottom right, Zest. Heyo. Check out patreon.com/Falcon Paladin if you want to support me directly over there. But again, you can hit the join button below this video to support me through YouTube as well. All right, man. So Maru's like, all right. He beat me with a base race. I didn't think he could win a base race against a Terran, but Zest did, which pretty much makes him the best Protoss player of all time, right? Right. Hello, little doggy, who's super duper huge, because probes are huge, and dogs in this universe are the same size. So maybe a wolf of some kind. Kind of looks domesticated, though, right? I don't know why there are dogs on this map. Anyway, barracks a little bit closer this time. It's a larger map, so you have to put your barracks closer for the timing to work. blocking off the hop-up spot here from Zest. And everything is going according to plan for these two players. All right, man, Zest, look. Look. If you're going to do the same thing, you almost lost that game. If you're going to do the same thing you're always doing, I kind of feel like Maru has this series won. You need to mix it up. Mix it up. Maru has... I don't know. Maru just has a bead on this series. And it's going to be hard to beat him. Again, most EPT points from 2021. Incredible stuff. Reaper on the way. SCV on the way. And if I haven't mentioned, I'm here 5 times a week doing StarCraft 2 content, so like, I don't know. Been doing this since not going anywhere. It's been since 2015. I love StarCraft. It's in my blood. It's been in my blood since 98 when StarCraft 1 was released. I bought StarCraft 2 when it was released in 2010. I promptly was like, I can play StarCraft 2. I know how this game works. Got my butt handed to me by a 4-gate. Actually, was the 4-gate that early? I don't think it was. I just didn't know what I was doing at all with Zerg. It's like, Zerg's the same thing as StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. Lies. I like the early pylon here from Zest. This is an earlier proxy gateway than we normally get. All right. Reaper harassing all of the probes, and there's nothing to stop him. Reaper name, by the way, is Marine. One day there was a big power outage on Core Hall, and a Dominion soldier had to put on his uniform in the dark. Unfortunately, by the time it was light again, it was too late for him to realize he just voluntarily joined the Reaper program. Nice use of KD8 charge to keep that stalker away so he survived. Hot stuff, Maru. All of the hot stuff, man. Okay, so Reaper's like, we're missing a pylon, right? There's only one pylon in the base, which means there's another one somewhere. Where is it? Oh, I'm going to kill another probe. Oh, never mind, we're going to have mercy on that probe. Let it survive. But I know there's something up in this quadrant now. I know the general location. Oh my gosh, and he finds it. He finds the wait, hold on. He does. He finds the proxy oracle, but he doesn't get close enough to where Zest knows that he knows. Dude, how do you defend against a super fast proxy oracle? Oh, obviously with a cyclone. So the oracle name here is Zoom by Tim Allen. Zoom by Tim Allen was once merely an ordinary Italian stiletto switchblade abandoned in some drug warehouse. One day it dreamed, what the heck? It dreamed it could speak in grunts, and from then on it made loud groans at night, which kept the entire city awake at night. The Nerazim Protoss eventually came to possession of this treasure and realized that although it was loud, it also possessed great power, and they put it in an oracle. All right, fair enough. That is Zoom by Tim Allen. All right. Is he waiting for a second oracle? Okay, so he's going to try to 2-oracle this thing, which it's slower, but twice as powerful. Welcome to RTS, man. And then the Cyclone and the Viking. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Ah! And that's your GG. And potential. Actually, I misread that last part. I didn't see the end. So they threw the damn knife in a practice steel cage until it learned how to fly, and then they threw it in an oracle. Sure, why not? Wow. Okay, so that was Maru doing some beautiful Reaper scouting with his Reaper Marine and completely shutting down the double oracle play with double Cyclone Viking. Yeah, another incredible economic win there. It's 450 resources lost from Zest and 0 for Maru. So a pretty solid 3-1 win there. In a PVT, which is not all that surprising when it comes to PVTs, but, you know, really good Maru play. If you're into Maru stuff, this is not a terrible thing to enjoy if you're a Maru fan. Wow. Incredible. Just really well done. I don't know what else to say about this series. I mean, Zest tried something else and got completely clobbered, so I'm sorry, Zest. Maru is just too good. I apologize for misleading you, but GG overall. And I don't know what else to say about that. So that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a best of 5. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.